Great road victory. Proud of the kids. If you break down the game, it has some swings there. They came out to, again, my hat goes off to the coaches in the Big Ten. Their offense came out and did some things that caused us some issues on the first drive, and we had to react. Our kids, I think, handled the changes a little bit. We gave them early, and then settled in a couple drives and kind of had a decent feel of what was going on. But it's a credit to the young man being able to handle some things that they hadn't practiced and seen during the week of practice, and take it on the field and execute. So after that, defense I thought played very well. We gave up the wheel route, big play obviously, which was again well executed by them with a tremendous player. And like I said during the week, they got a couple guys that if they get out in the open, we ain't catching them, and they're not going to catch that guy. So he did this nice play. But proud of the defense, they executed well. The balance on offense was definitely a step in the right direction. We ran the ball well at times. We threw the ball well at times. It was a good mix. Thought that was good to see. Not getting the fourth down was during some adversity that Purdue had come back and scored 10 straight points. We didn't get the fourth down. That was disheartening to not be able to execute there and get that fourth down. Looking back on it, I guess bad call by me. We should have kicked the field goal. We weren't going to get the fourth down, but we bounced back and they faced the adversity in that third quarter there very, very well, and just kept on plugging the fight, and eventually made a couple of plays. So, special teams wise, the kickoff team still remains a gigantic concern, and we need to continually try to address it. The kickoff, return, and punt return teams, and the punt team I thought were very good.
This was the first time Joe and Tanner rotated mid-series. Did you like what you saw there?
Yeah, I think it's good. You take a step up in that offense, and you just, when you do things like that, or you play two quarterbacks, you want to do all you can to make sure they're prepared for the moment. And they have been the last few weeks handling the series, but now we've taken another step or move forward a little bit in that area, and we can mix and match, which causes some problems for defenses to adjust, within a series or within a drive. So proud of both of them. We had success. Again, we had some great success with both of those guys playing in both types of offenses, which was great to see.
You mentioned on Thursday that you would have to throw the ball against these guys to be successful. Still, though, going into the win, were you surprised that Joe was so effective, especially in the second quarter?
He really threw the ball well into the win, and that was great to see. It was great to see us mix it around. Different guys caught the ball. We caught some contested balls 3 or 4 times. Those balls were highly contested, and we found a way to make the plays. So there was definite improvement there. The production in the throw game was great for Joel, for the offense. You never forget about those guys who were blocking those 5 offensive linemen, the tight ends. And I really felt that Melvin pass protected with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder today. He was getting after it pretty good. So that was good to see also.
You were double digits in TFLs and they couldn't block Beagle. That was pretty good to look at from the sideline.
Yeah, it's great to see Vinny. He had a great game. Probably his best game, but I hope not his best game as a Badger as he continues to move forward. But in his career, this was, he was highlighted and made some big time plays for us. So you've got to slow him down in the celebrations a little bit. That makes me a little nervous. So, but he was physical. He was hard for them to deal with. He's a tremendous athlete when he gets out there and rushes the passer. He also had a big stop on the one draw play there on third down that I remember that comes in my head.
I think you had 4 sacks and 5 or 6 dropbacks there when it was within 8. How big was that just to get that pressure on the quarterback and kind of turn the tide there with your defense?
It was important for us to be able to get to the quarterback. This offensive line is I got a lot of respect for those kids. They play the right way, and when I say that, they're tough, they're physical, they're smart. But for us to be able to get into a position and change things up a little bit in the halftime, have a couple pressures that they hadn't seen. Again, the staff did a great job. The kids took the pressures and applied them. And when kids got an opportunity to make the play they did, but that was a big swing. It was definitely got them out of rhythm in the throw game.
Your touchdown pass to Hunt. I don't know if Dave got the guys together on the sideline and all, but from that point on, you guys didn't get anything. Was it just a matter of them executing better after that?
They really didn't. They didn't get a lot prior to that either. We had the turnover, and we bowed up and they kicked the field goal. We got the caught pass on the face mask, which led to another one. But Dave did. He got them together, talked to them at that point. But we turned the big one loose. That's just it's going to happen in man coverage. It's very difficult to run through 2 wideouts and also 2 corners on the backside on the wheel route that comes out the backside and chase a guy that runs whatever he runs, 200 meters, pretty fast. So, but they got an edge. I think that a good defense going to ball up and something bad happens to them, and they did, and they found a way to get stops.
But can we get updates on
back-to-back road victories? Can you just talk about the growth you've seen from your guys? Obviously, struggled early in the year at times.
Yeah, it was. It's important. I'm proud of them. They handled the trips very well. I think we've always handled the trips well, but their expectation level is, to come and win. But you got to understand on the road in the Big Ten, you're playing a good team, number one, and number two, you're coming to an energy and environment. You've got to create your own. And I felt like we've done a good job with that. But this last 2 weeks, it's obviously been better because we won.
I don't know if you believe in the idea of trap games. Nebraska looming next week. Did you have any concern that this might be an opportunity for that to happen?
I've been asked that a few times this last week, and I do not believe that they showed any signs of that at practice. I'm paranoid, so I think about all that stuff. Trust me. There's a minute left, and you're up by 3 touchdowns. I'm still paranoid. So this is the way I'm built. But they showed no signs of that, which was great, especially with the youth.
Gary, what happened with Watt that he didn't play for? It looked like he was struggling at moments. And do you have an update on Zag and what do you expect him to be able to do?
I have nothing on Zags other than I know he limped off and he wasn't able to return, so we'll see how it goes. There's something with an ankle or something, so we'll see. Derek, I expect to be able to pull. He just felt a little tight. He felt a little tight in his legs and his quad. Maybe not, but the best was to put him in a spot to hold him out. Jesse Hayes was in the same spot today, and then he went the whole way until the very end because we just was being protective. They would have played if they absolutely had to.
So Derek, nothing with the foot, it was his quad.
No, it's not. He's good.
Does it make you nervous seeing Gordon jump over people?
I saw that one from the corner of my eye. I'm excited to watch that one later, but he looked like he got up there pretty good. That was a nice play.
How long can you enjoy this before having to switch to Nebraska?
Enjoy it tonight, and we'll get after it bright and early tomorrow morning, and I'd imagine as the night kind of trickles away at some point, we'll throw on some film and start watching them. It's usually how it takes place, but we'll enjoy this on the way home. You need to. You got to enjoy the victories. They're hard to get.
Is it a decision made before the game to alternate the quarterback in the series, or is that being?
No, that's Andy's complete call, and he communicated with the quarterbacks. He let me know earlier in the week that he'd like to do that, and I'll be signing full support of whatever Andy thinks. And he's a tremendous coordinator, and we wanted to do it. And the kids handled it well, so we practiced it all week, which was key.
Is it possible for somebody to run for over 200 yards in the game, and it was like a quiet 205 that Melvin had?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. 200 again for him. It's not quiet to me, though. I'll make sure everybody I talk to knows the kid ran for 200.
You mentioned Tyndall making the trip and everything. Did he get in late in the game?
Yes, he did, yeah.
What went into the decision to not play him in his normal role, third cornerback? Was it just asking too much of him?
Yeah, I just was a little bit worried about it. He came in early, and him and Devin, as you noticed, we were rotating in the third and long situations. Lubern was much more involved within the run scenarios, and then we got the corners out there, and Devin and Derek would both come in and play. I just worry about him a little bit. I want to be smart. He said he was fine. He looked fine. He appeared to play okay when he was in there at the end, but it's just good for him to probably get out there and move around a little bit. He came out of the locker room today and he seemed fine. But we all know what's going to happen.
So you just want to ease him in?
Yeah. And I expect him to come back next week and be ready to go, but he's going to have to go back home too this week. It's a very tough situation.
You've talked a lot about.
I'll go this one and that one. I'll be fair. You both talk at the same time.
You've talked a lot about all year how you have to be able to throw the ball to be a complete offense. You threw the ball today. How much better off after today's game do you feel about your offense being a complete threat?
Well, today they were, and the key is what's going to happen for the next 3 games, and then we'll see what happens from there. But we're much harder to defend. You just don't get ganged up the way that you get ganged up when you can't throw the ball down the field, or if you want to take those long play action shots down the field. So it's definitely a step in the right direction.
What's the best you felt about your quarterback coming out of the game?
Yeah, both of them I thought did a nice job. I feel good about it and excited about the future. Thanks, guys.
Guys, we'll do players outside.